Hello, it's Siboniso and we are back with another video. What are we doing today?
So ANC KZN continue to disrespect the Zulu family.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's actually crazy. So we
even after what happened?
Yeah, so we're just gonna give an update to that whole story.
Okay.
Let's just check out this video first.
Okay.
And then you tell me what you think about it.
Okay.
Siyakuveza futhi ukuthi isikhundla sika Ndunankulu kaZulu asikaze sibe khona ezinhlakeni zikahulumeni. Ngisho ngaphambi kohulumeni wentando yabantu namanje uhulumeni wentando yabantu. Kubalulekile ukufundisa abantu futhi sibatshele iqiniso elimsulwa. Sikhona yini isikhundla sika Ndunankulu kaZulu kuhulumeni okanye sake saba khona yini emlandweni? Umlando uyakuphika ukuthi lesikhundla savunywa umthetho ngisho nangaphambi kuka 1994 asikaze sivunywe emthethweni. UDuma wakhetha inhlekelele engcono kunengachitha igazi yenze uZulu inhlekisa kwabezizwe. Ngaloko umthombini ube yiqhawe uNkulunkulu amakhosi ohlanga asakhothama aphila ngokomoya bamvezile bamletha bathi mfana wethu siyanikela ngawe vimba lenhlekelele icala loza kwenza usiyoliqelisela kumongameli kwingonyama emakhosini kundunankulu wesifundazwe kodwa ukuthinteka ukuthi igazi lingachitheki uyobe ukuvimbile.
Okay, so just to recap, Zulu Prime Minister Thulasizwe Buthelezi, on a function where he was supposed to introduce the king to the crowd, was reprimanding ANC KZN Secretary Bheki Mtolo for poor conduct.
Our only request, Your Excellency, is for the provincial government of KZN to emulate your example of respecting our king. A senior leader of the ANC in this province, Mr. Bheki Mtolo,
Siboniso Duma, who was present, which is KZN.
He's like, hold up!
ANC KZN chairperson Siboniso Duma, he was present at the time. Stopped the Zulu Prime Minister from reprimanding Bheki Mtolo.
Who is in fact the...
Besicela ukuthi sihloniphe usuku esekona ngishaya ngicela uhlale phansi besithanzothula isilo uyawulimaza umcimbi omuhle kangaka wesilo sasosuthu. You are becoming clumsy and esizathu esenza ukuthi sihloniphane ukuthi okade phambili ngaphambi kwakho beyihlonipha into ya government.
And a whole war broke out because of that. ANC members were attacked by IFP members and other Zulu members. Some were hospitalized, as we saw.
Hlalo yazi manginendlela awuyireport lento kuyiprovince ukuthi ena sesibulewe induku isisibulela inkatha ngenduku lapha kwaceza ama-complete amaningi nawo ka-10 asefile induku nawo ka-13 asefile induku asesibhedlela kumanje silande wona acishe ayatishwa lapha esibhedlela awuyireport kuyiprovince hlalo le ndaba le.
And then Siboniso Duma, on an interview afterwards, went on to say that the Zulu Prime Minister is not recognized by the Constitution.
Not an apology, just
no apology.
Reiterating or rather defending.
So now the initial guy that was being reprimanded, Bheki Mtolo, has responded as well. And he's doubling down as well and saying that the Zulu Prime Minister is not recognized by the government. Has never been recognized by the government.
Even before 1994.
And will never be and is still not recognized by the government. So and he goes on further to say that people must be educated.
And this is a government that is chosen by the people and basically crazy.
So what's your take on what's happening?
So my take one is they're fighting, right? They're fighting. Maybe that wasn't the initial intention, but it's like now you know what? They're gonna stand. We started this and we're gonna stand on business. We're gonna be about it. We're gonna see it through. And they strongly feel like they're not wrong in their views, which is crazy because a person who understands what like a king is or like a royal family is to its people will understand how it's a bit cringy, like, you know, it's quite cringe.
So it's just for me reading all of this now. It's very clear that the ANC love to defend themselves.
Yes.
They back themselves
Absolutely.
and defend each other strongly, even if
they're wrong.
Yeah, even if one person might be wrong in a situation, they will defend each other.
Absolutely.
Above anything else, so they all seem united and strong.
Yeah.
Which is fine, it's admirable. But when you doing bad things like this, where now the government and traditional royal families are being compared, like that should never be a thing, like ever. Like everybody understands their place in society, their importance, and all of that. Like the government has its own importance, the royal family has its own importance. Now
you're coming into KZN where they understand that, and you wanna
in a situation where the government is trying to say that we are more important than the royal family, and we are the will of the people, and we are chosen by the people.
Chose us,
it's drawing a very blurred line where respect is being people are just being disrespected. Culture is being disrespected, and I feel like the Zulu King is still new to this. He was recently sworn into his position,
and there's also been a conflict regarding that.
But this is a test to his leadership. He can't allow the government to disrespect his culture, and his tradition,
place, his position,
and his place in society. He cannot allow that.
Absolutely.
And he can't allow government officials to disrespect the people that he appoints as part of his ministry of or what's the word now? Part of his
governance.
Part of his traditional governance. He can't allow the government to disrespect those people.
Absolutely.
And he needs to take a stand, and he needs to be very clear on what the government can and cannot say to his people.
Absolutely.
And if he doesn't do that, then people will
lose the gate. They will lose respect for him.
And the government will not respect him in turn. So if he allows this to continue, it's basically
there has to be serious repercussions for this. I also think that, like, it's almost like this could be like the fall of a monarch. That's what you call it. This could either be a fall of a monarch, or he could save it. He could save it from that. This is a test on him. If he truly believes in his position as well, and it be, and believe in it being a God ordained position, then he should by all means defend it.
Yeah, it's very disrespectful what these ANC officials are doing, and I was saying, like, even going as far as to say that Siboniso Duma saved the king from embarrassment and humiliation because his prime minister was reprimanding an ANC official. See, that's undermining.
That's what I don't get is, why do they feel like they can't, like, be called out for something that's wrong? And this is the thing with the ANC. ANC doesn't like criticism. They really don't. And I don't know if in their head they think that they're such a perfect government, or you know what I'm saying? They're so quick to be defensive. They don't want to listen to, like, people speaking up against or criticizing. And I felt like that criticism was coming from a good place. He didn't sound like he was being malicious.
So in all of this, it's very clear to see now that ANC KZN officials do feel like they are above even the royal family. They do feel untouchable because they're not even afraid to go against the royal family in KZN. And like I said, like, the king needs to stop this.
He needs to do something about
it immediately, because he cannot allow the government to talk down on this monarch. So
how do you feel about that? Like, do you think...
So I saw a headline.
Okay.
I saw a headline. I'm not sure if it's true, but I saw a headline is requesting 100 cows from Siboniso Duma as Ikaulo for damages and the public
apology. Which is how we do things very culturally.
Yeah. So if it's true...
And that's a smack on the wrist, because it's not even...
If it's true, then it would be advisable for Siboniso to pay these damages.
Yeah.
And
apologize.
Make a
but
public
the problem
apology.
is he's not remorseful.
Yeah,
like you only will do that in most cases if you are remorseful and you understood your mistake or you understood where you were wrong. And at this point he doesn't. Question: What happens then if, you know, the ANC stay strong in what they're saying and continue to sort of disrespect the monarch?
So the king has to flex his power, and he has to show the power that he holds. He has to mobilize the people to either vote against the ANC or, in the Zulu way, basically go to war with the ANC, which in most cases is violence. He has to flex his power in some way. Luckily, this year is an election year. So the best way to flex his power is to get the Zulu nation to stop voting for the ANC. There must be a drastic reduction in Zulu people voting for the ANC. That's the best way to flex his power. To show the ANC that, no, I'm still powerful here.
Absolutely.
And you cannot just say anything that you want to me.
And I think,
because
so don't you think this conflict is caused because there's both like the monarchy and as well as local government within KZN?
No, people have been respecting each other for...
Shouldn't there be an either or?
No.
But now that we're coming to a point where there's literally now two bulls in a crowd, visibly, what then should come of that?
Like I said, the king just needs to flex his power and show the government that he's still powerful in KZN. That's all he has to do. And then the government needs to fall in line and understand that the monarchy is still... still the highest authority in KZN, and they must respect that. That's all they can do, because you can't have a situation where...
So doesn't that say then, and maybe also the reason for their frustration, that they don't really feel like they have full power in the Western in KZN?
They do though. They have full governing power. They make all the decisions in terms of governance. Yes, they make all the decisions in terms of governance. But the royal family's purpose is for maintaining the culture and traditions. That's their purpose, and that's all they have to do. They don't interfere. Yeah, they don't interfere with governance. Yeah, they don't interfere with politics. They don't do none of that. So the government is wrong in questioning the monarchy's position in society. It's wrong for doing that. They should understand to know we have our roles to play. My role is to maintain tradition and culture and make sure all tradition and culture in amongst the people is maintained, and your role is to govern. That's all. So now you trying to say we are more important than you and what
crazy.
It's wrong, and it shouldn't be the case, and this is going to backfire heavily again in the ANC. Quick
question: do you think monarchs are something we should still have?
Yes.
Today and age.
Yes, I was of the mind that it's pointless to have monarchs now. Yeah. But the way things are going, that people, the more we go into future, the more generations lose their culture,
and we need people to preserve
their traditions and all that. Monarchs are very important for that, to preserve history, culture, and tradition. Yes. Very important for that. So when growing up, I was like, there's no use to having like royal families and monarchs anymore. But now that I understand what they do in society, it's still very important to have them. So the government can, especially in a province where most of its people are still very traditional and still respect the monarchy, the government cannot take that away from the royal family.
Absolutely, that's literally, it's like spitting in the faces of the people.
So this is a very interesting story uncovering. If the reports are true that the king demands a public apology and then it would be advisable for Siboniso to do all of that.
Absolutely.
To maintain a good relationship with the royal family. If not, then...
But I do also feel that consequences really need to be had, to be honest, and not only from the king, but I feel like the Zulu nation as a whole should also stand up against this. Well, maybe not violently, but like boycott him in some way.
The nice thing is MK has made that decision very easy for a lot of people, and I think a lot of people are gonna vote for MK anyway. But now even those people that were still like looking to vote for the ANC are now questioning their leaders.
Absolutely.
Into saying, if you're disrespecting my culture,
why should I vote for you?
Let me go vote for MK.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy that this whole abomination they are doing in proudly with the ANC. Like, ANC, do they not have a family meeting within themselves? I feel like everybody has just become so pompous in ANC, big heads, that I don't think they're on the same page at this point.
Yeah, so it's very interesting things unfolding here. ANC versus the royal family.
Yep.
Never thought we'd see that, but here we are.
Absolutely.
In the election year. Will this benefit or be the detriment of
Wow. We will see.
We'll see. But you guys just let us know what you think about this whole situation.
Yeah, let us know.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And keep watching. Goodbye.
We'll check you guys in the next one.